Namaste, everybody, and welcome to a foundational yoga class. Um, I am very excited to be here with you, and thank you so much for being here for yourself, with me, and with one another. I am saying it this way because I just want to let you know that your decision to do things is actually have an impact, actually more than just yourself, and you are choosing to be good to yourself, so that goodness is actually has been vibrate to each and every one of us energetically. And today my talk is about how important it is that we have to, no matter what the pain of this year is to each individual, we have to accept it and we have to forgive it. It's not an easy year, not in my family, not in my life. I'm sure that it has an impact toward your life, toward your family members, and everybody else around you as well. But to hold on to it and gripping and blaming and hate, those energy are doing nothing. Those behavior and habit are doing nothing but hurt and harm you. I know deeply we want to be healthy. We want to be happy, but that one doesn't just going to let that happiness and healthiness fall down from the sky and come into us. It doesn't work like that. We have to work for it. And the work is not easy. I say that it many times, but it gets easier the more you do it. Okay? So that is the focus of today's class. I also would like to say that please enjoy my class however that fit your situation. Take the whole class. If you have time, take some. If you have time, and just say goodbye before, it's okay. It's better do some than none, in my opinion. And also, for any one of you that financially comfortable would like to support my channel, you can donate them. Please do that. I will be deeply honored. But if you can't, or you can do little, once again, go back to your situation and make sure that when you choose to do whatever, it feels right to your situation, and that energy will be good and come back toward me. If you just take the class and sending out the energy, and the only thing you can do, and those energy is always good and supporting and thinking of me in a good way, that is, to me, is a blessing in the skies already. Having said that, please close your eyes. Welcome your breath. And take a little effort to make the breathing a little bit more full and even, both inhalation and exhalation. And in a way, allow the breathing to be a symbolic of when you inhale, you receiving the new breath, the new story of your life, the moving forward. And your exhalation is a symbolic of letting it go of your past, letting it go of what not serving you well, letting it go of your unhealthy patterns and behaviors. You have the power to change your health, to change the way you feel, to have a broader perspective toward life. But if you haven't done them before, it takes time to feel like it becomes a part of who you are. It takes practice. And it's worth every step of the way. Your exhale when it comes again, relax your shoulder, soften your jaw, soften your neck. Feel that heaviest of your sitting bone if you choose to sit. But within your spine, you feel that buoyancy, that elongate your center upward. Because we need to put some work within the trust of a greater energy. You have to work together with God. We have to go back into that balanced place. We cannot do nothing, and we cannot do too much. Either way is not healthy. Say to yourself that I accept what has been invited to me this year, and I forgive myself for maybe feel frustrated with them for too long, for getting upset of this new situation that is so uncomfortable. I forgive the weakness of myself so that I can embody the courage to have a broadened perspective, to see that life have its own cycle. They're good, they're bad, and I am in it. I have the choice always. With that in mind, you bring your lotus flower, two of your hands come together, thumb to your third eye, bow down gently to your heart, and we chant Om 3 times together. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Another deep inhale, please. Bow your head towards your heart. Release your hands and lift your chin. Open your eyes and mindfully come down onto your back, please. Take yourself. You can go, sit down and go sideways. This is gonna be the best safe place for you to get onto the floor, and then you can roll onto your back. And when you're there, extend your arms and your legs away from one another. And rock your hips side to side. And then you stop rocking your hip and you stretch left and right. While I'm here, I'm actually thinking about something. My YouTube channel, the YouTube itself, will start changing things. I believe that when I live, they should not have an ad running in between my classes. And then you stop, stretch sideways, open your arms out, and then circle your ankles toward one another. For you who take this class regularly, if you live and you run into the situation that you do yoga with me for a minute or two and then the ad coming up, please let me know. And switch the circle, please. And I'm gonna go in and see if I can do some changing. However, though, if you take this class after I live and you stop, circle your ankle and then bring your feet down close to the hip distance apart, and drop your knees side to side. If you watch this class when it's not live, it's going to be different. It's going to have an ad running here and there. That is how I kind of make very little money from it. I am sorry about that part. We have to make money somewhere, right? And then you stop. Then carefully bring your knees together, come toward the chest, opening your knees apart and circle them away. And when they meet, bring them back. And hopefully I can keep changing things again when I have more people taking classes. But you never know about the future anyway. They also have now let you become a membership, but that is let you pay monthly to watch any YouTube and then switch video without running into the ad. But of course it's not super cheap for us who don't have money to spend right now. But if you have money to have that kind of luxuries and you love watching YouTube, learn about cooking, decorating, sewing, it's all kind of thing, and you don't want to run into the ad. Knees together toward the chest and then drop your knees side to side. I think the membership option probably it's a very sweet idea. Here we go. Keep your shoulder grounded to the floor. Right? While your legs go side to side, I know that you need to use a little energy, which is in your core, to keep the opposite shoulder grounded. When you do that, please don't grip your jaw. Okay? Use your core, use your shoulder. Yeah. Not your jaw and your teeth and your face. And then bring your knees back up center. I'm going to do the core exercise because a lot of them are doing it on the floor and we're there already. So hand behind the back of the head, opposite elbow to the opposite knee. We do it 12 times, everyone. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Come down to the floor, have your feet together, knees apart. Bring them down. Reach your arms over your head and you drop your knees side to side. Breathe. You can massage your face if it feels better. You can tap, 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 tap if you learn that technique, right? At your meridian point, it also feels pretty cool. And then come up center with your knees. Now your hands, you're going to extend it toward the hip, palm facing down. Sit on it slightly. Get your legs up toward the ceiling, and we're going to kick the ceiling and lift the hip off from the floor slightly. We do it 8 times. Here we go. 1, 2. Don't do 3. It doesn't have to be high. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And once again, get your legs down. Extend the arms and the legs away from one another. And rock your hips side to side. And since we are here, bridge pose is actually not a very strong pose in my opinion. You have to use a lot of legs work, which is good. But we can open the chest safely as much as your body can do it. So feet hip distance apart. Your arm can be wide. You can hold the mat. You can go underneath the hip when you lift it off the floor. Okay? So go there. So press your feet down. Push them forward isometrically and get the hip come off the floor. And you have the space for your throat a little bit. Why that happening? You get the shoulders under the best you can. And wherever your arms landed, just be happy with that. Please be careful to not let your knee fan open. Just point straight backward. And you extend the energy out through the crown of your head as well. Okay. We work the core a lot. You can feel that. But it helps us to stretch the pec majors a little bit here safely for that part. One more breath. And exhale. Go down, 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 down to the floor with the breath. Yeah. And hug your knees in toward your chest. You rock to the right. I have to go to the left because my receiver is on the right side. And you come up to a seated position safely, right? And we go with the legs wide apart so we can get into our adductor muscles. Ground your legs down, shake your legs and your arms once again if it feels right. And whenever you're ready, you just try to circle your trunk one direction. Sometimes I wish I can ball my head and look good because the hair is always in the way. Yeah. If you are really, really tight, maybe you cannot circle your spine at all. Well, the best thing you can do maybe have your hands back behind you and you just extend your spine upward. And you can maybe rock side to side and see how that works. Okay? Change direction. Keep breathing. And we stretching our body side to side here with the breath. Remember that your arms can go over your head. Keep moving. You can hold the back of your head with the hands and extend your elbows up. This one is going to make the stretch feel more intense. When you're ready, you will like it. When you're not, it's going to feel too much, and then you just have to move away from it, right? Make the choice. Yeah. Breathe. One more each side, please. And you can even switch your arm too. Like go from one and the other and then switch it from here carefully. We're gonna get into our hands and knees so we can move the back muscles more, of course. the more we move, the easier we can get into a deeper poses. And when you're there, you circle your spine. Right. There are a couple ways you can do it. Here, you can stay stationary here, and you just go with the back itself. You can move your weight from your hand to your legs and also circle your spine at the same time. Those two options are great. You can mix and match them. Mix and match. You can mix them. I feel like it's a good idea to move front and back because our wrists are not really warming up yet. Not my wrist anyway. So you don't want to kind of hang there forever. Change direction, please. You just move in and out from your wrist to warm them up gradually. One more. And we thread the needle. We go right hands under. You can have your hips stacked on top of the knee, left hand, you can extend alongside the ear, left hip go back, right? You can extend your left arms up. I don't feel good right now with the shoulder, so that I don't think it's a good idea. Like your shoulder has to be able to move back in order to, get your arms off the floor and rest anywhere and you feel comfortable. That is my body telling me anyway. I'm listening to my body. Or you can sit toward the heel, and this is going to make you stretch your arms more, or mostly not your back. I really love this stretch because it's actually released the tension on my neck as well when I stretch that. When I pull the scapula away from the spine. So I'm going to go with this. If it's too much for you for a reason, you can sit or stand up and use one hand and pull the other hand across. Okay, this is less intense because we don't put the weight on top of the stretch that is happening already. Change side, please. And breathe deeply in and out through your nose. Yeah, this one is really, really intense and feels really, really good. Just allow the breath to be gradual, in and out through your nose. One more breath here. You unthread and take child's pose, please. Extend your arms alongside your ear and inhale, round your back up to the sky. Go into your cow pose, arch at the end. Exhale, round your back up to the sky. Push your weight back toward your heel. Repeat. Keep going. Don't worry that you are not in sync with my movement. That is not so important. What important is that your movement is in sync with your breathing. Okay? 2 more. Last one. Come up onto your hands and knees. Step your right leg forward. We're going to go into the hip stretch here. Move your right foot to the right. Our lizard pose, body diagonal to the left. Now you have to kind of adjust your body, find the right spot for it. If you have the energy to burn, you can straight the back leg and have the foot to the floor. Okay. You keep that right knee bent over the ankle. Body go to the left. When you go down to the floor, which is when you stretch it, make sure you extend the spine so your hip moving back, your chest moving forward. And here we go, exhale down. Now, if you're really tight, you do the jellyfish then. You go in and out from the stretch. But when you go into the stretch, try to go a little deeper. Then carefully inhale, move up and away from the floor. You tuck your left toes under, get your left knees out from the floor. You might have to heel to your right foot in a little bit. Then carefully move your weight toward your left leg. Right. And while you're doing that, turn your left foot in, turn your left toes out. Left foot in. Turn your left heels in and left toe out, and then you straight your right leg. You see that? So you go into a skandasana. So here. Then you go both heels in, both toes out. And you're going to feel a little looser on your right because we move, we stretch the right hip before we move, but the left is not, right? Just observe. And next time your left knee is bent, stay bent into the knee, you're going to turn toward the left leg to pivot toward the back of the mat. And we're going to go into the lizard pose on the other side. You can have your left knee down or straight, heel to your left foot to the left, diagonal to the foot to the left slightly. Like body diagonal to the right, and here we go. And you adjust the block and the height, with the breath. Feel free to find that sweet spot, which is going to keep on changing. I have to let you know ahead of time. But it's okay. It's better for you to actually move than stay still and not moving. I have to tell you that because you're going to get into the stretching much, much deeper and more effective than just, like stuff yourself in a pose stuff. So that is. I'm checking my English with my brain. One more breath here. And then move away from the stretch. Once again, heel to your left foot in slightly. Tuck your right toes under. Get your knees out from the floor. We pivot to the right this time. Make your feet parallel toward one another. Open your feet apart as wide as you feel comfortable. And hug your chins in. Push your thighs out. And we go hips up, chest low with breath. Now here you have an option. Okay. You can just dig yourself deep, 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 deep. In and under, like you can do, get your body side to side while you're stretching. You can dangling your body like a clock, kind of tick, tock, tick, tock. This is good when you are able to go deep. For us who are not go that deep, that is not, you cannot do it like this. You just have to use block and heel. You maybe just go side stretch or straight forward and down. Yeah. Breathe. And you ask your body, gradually to go into that depth that you can get in deeper. And carefully inhale, move up and away from the stretch. Bend your knees. And we pivot back toward the front of the mat. Now we go into our hamstring stretch. Runner stretch, left knees down. Right leg straight. Heels down, toes up. Just adjust your alignment first. Hands on either side. Square your hip. Hug your thighs in. Elongate the spine. Exhale, bow. Stretch. Inhale, move away from it. Exhale, go back in, and maybe go back in a little bit deeper. Okay. And then you just move like that with the breath and be patient. That's a good character to build. You move your block accordingly. Let's see, maybe you don't need them anymore, or maybe you slowly bring them a little bit closer to the floor. Carefully inhale, move up and away from that right leg. And carefully, you're just going to be able to, come high enough that you can get your right foot to the floor. And we're going to turn the body to the right. This is the time that maybe your left hand should be on the block, or maybe on the floor, or maybe you bring the block in later. Get your right leg back, straight line on the bottom. Yeah. And turn your body a little bit diagonally up toward the sky. I think I might not use the block. Yeah. And then right arms alongside the ears, neck nice and long. Breathe. Inhale, you round your back slightly. Exhale, you spin your chest a little bit more up toward the ceiling. Right? And when you inhale, your body kind of turn toward the floor, round your back. And when you exhale, you turn your trunk diagonal up toward the sky and lengthening the right side nice and long. And exhale to the floor. Take child's pose, please. Breathe. Next inhalation, come up onto your hands and knees. Next exhalation, tuck your toes under, hips come off from the floor, back to your downward facing dog. Spread your fingers. Stay here, bend one knee at a time and keep pushing your chest back. Now, while you are busy moving your knees, you also have to be busy to work on your armpit according to the breath. So you have to do a lot of things at the same time. Right. So you draw your armpit up and away from the floor when you inhale, and while you exhale, keep your armpit kind of lifting while you're pushing your sternum back toward your feet when you exhale. Very confusing, isn't it? I know. Downward facing dog to me is a very complex pose. Once again, take child's pose, please. Don't try to get it all right at one time. Remember, the more you do it, the easier you're going to feel it. And come up onto your hands and knees. We step the left leg forward and we do runner stretch on the second side. Heel down, spread your toes, square the hip, hug your thighs in, core lifts, spine elongate. Exhale, bow. Inhale, move away from the stretch slightly, and exhale, dive back into the stretch, and maybe see if you can go a touch deeper, and you repeat. And you be patient, and you be present with your body, with your breath. Carefully move up and away from your left leg when you inhale, and you drag your left foot in and you ground, and you have your right hands on the floor on the block. Use ever the palms placement that feels good for your wrist, okay? And then you kick your left leg back, turn your body open to the left side of your house, Straight lines on the bottom. And then spin your chest up to the sky. When you exhale, elongate. Arms and legs away from one another. Inhale, you breathe into your back and your sternum will move toward the floor. When you exhale, turn your sternum back up toward the sky and elongate the left side's body. That's how you move in this pose. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale. And we go toward the floor and take child's pose, please. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let it go. Walk both of your hands to the right. Open your arms as wide as your shoulder feels comfortable. And breathe into your back. Inhale. Exhale, push the floor away and stretch along the left side of your body. Repeat. Soften your jaw. Exhale, let it go. And stretch. And we go to the other side. Inhale, breathe into your back. Lift your armpits up and away from the floor. Exhale, anchor your fingertips down and stretch along the right sides of your body. Relax your eyes and your jaw. Repeat. And bring your hands back center. Inhale, round your back up to the sky. Arch at the end. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high. Push your weight back toward your feet. Inhale, we go forward to plank pose. Go as far as your wrist can take it. And then exhale, hips high. Go back to downward facing dog. Get your heel toward the floor. Doesn't touch, it's okay. And then inhale, back forward toward your wrist. Okay? You can move your feet if you have to, if you feel like it doesn't feel right. Keep going. Listen to your wrist. I know it's not an easy pose. You build your upper body this way. Okay. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one. And then get your knees down. And take child's pose, toe together, knees apart. Foreheads on the floor. Breathe. If you're weak, the only way to get strong is to go through your weakness. Okay. Allow your heart to beat. Allow your breath to move. And you just observe and control your breath gently. You don't need to control it completely. Try to slow down, but not like really, really control that. You don't want to fight against your body. You want to work with it. Come up onto your hands and knees, and then we lift the right leg and the left arms off the floor. Extend them away from one another. Stay here or elbow and the knee meet beneath the belly. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Last one. And you get your left hand down. Right leg go forward. Right forearms on the thigh. We build warrior 2 here. Get the back knee off the floor. Ground it down 90 degrees with the long side edge of the mat. Get your left hand onto your hip. Check your feet first. Get your trunk up. Front heel in line with the back arch or heel. And when you're ready, check the width. Exhale, extend into that front knee and also push into your back leg. Okay. And then inhale, grow the heart. Exhale, once again, make sure you adjust your feet and you find the width and your feet placement proper. And then you can now float with the breathing. Arms out, palm facing down. Then turn your right palm toward the sky. Windmill the arm with the breath. Inhale, reach your right arms up. Your left hand is going to go toward the floor, right? And exhale, go toward the back slightly. Ribs in, hips stay back. One more. Remember, your hand can hold the back of the head if you like. One more. And then windmill the arm together and go forward. Turn your chest toward the front. We're going to go toward the floor. Left knees go down. Child's pose, please. And breathe. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Next inhalation, round your back up to the sky. Go forward toward your wrist. Arch your back at the end. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high. Push your weight back toward your feet. Remember to spread your fingers apart. Go forward once again to plank pose toward your wrist. Exhale, downward facing dog. You need to be careful to really working your wrist to the full flexion. Okay? Go gradual. I start to be able to go deeper and deeper now. 2 more. Remember, your plank can be knees on the floor. And back to downward facing dog. Last one. You don't have to be on your toes all the times. Yeah, you can do it like that. And downward facing dog. And you get your knees back down to the floor. Lift your left leg off the floor and lift your right arms off the floor. Extend them away from one another. Keep breathing. Inhale, elbow in the knee, meet beneath the belly. Round your back up toward the sky. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand down, left leg forward. Warrior 2. Left hand to the thigh. Right foot grounded. Come off from the floor. Work your foundation. Get it right. And then work with the breath. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, elongate the spine up. Next long. Arms come up. Cores in. Breathe. Turn your left palms up. Inhale, windmill your left arms up. Right hands down. Exhale, reach back. Hips stay back. 2 more breaths. Carefully get your hands down, 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 down. Turn your body forward. Right. Go toward the floor. Child's pose, please. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. And we meet in our forearm plank pose. So you go forward with the chest. Adjust the width. You can balance on your knees. Or tuck your toes under and lift that legs and hips up from the floor. You can have your hands in a triangle, your forearms, or parallel toward one another. And you can even go back and forth between balancing on your knees or balancing on your feet, because your strength is kind of in between as well. Or today, just feel like, okay, I can just push myself so much, and Aphinya still talking. Okay, I'm going to come down. I'm not going to rest completely, but I'm just going to rest a little bit. This is still work right here, plank pose with your knees on the floor. Yeah. Exhale, go all the way to the floor with your belly and your chest. Stack the hand, rest your forehead on it, and breathe. Once again, I don't want you to feel afraid to move around, to adjust your pose, to go from the hard version of the pose to the easier version of the pose, or to resting. Right? It's okay.
As long as you listen to your body and you honor what it asks, you doing the best thing for your practice, for your health. Then we extend the left hand out to the left. If your prop is kind of in a way, you need to learn to move them away. Yeah. And then we're gonna opening the pec major by extend the arms out to the left. Keep your head down. Keep your body down and use your right hand to turn your body open to the right. Remember, you can bend both knees and have your knees stacked and have your legs kind of a little bit more in front of your trunk. This is going to make the stretch less intense. You can extend the bottom leg straight in the same line with your trunk and opening the hips by swinging your left leg to the back of your right leg. This is going to make the stretch feel more intense when you're ready. Of course, you're going to enjoy that better. And breathe. Other side, please. Go. I take my receiver out. I'm not going to be able to do this side with you.
And come back to your belly and your chest. I missed that side. And then from here, we're going to go into our back bend pose. Okay? We're going to go into a Cobra Pose. Please adjust the width of your arms, the placement of the hands. I want you to be able to ground your hands down and circle your shoulder. See, can you do that? Many of us have a freezing shoulders. I just want your body to be reminded that, please, you don't need to freeze, right? So you kind of circle your shoulders while your hands on the floor. You use your lower back slightly to lift your kind of upper chest off from the ground. Yeah. Should not be too hard to do, I hope. And then from there, we're going to do Supreme Pose first. So elbow underneath the shoulder, palm facing down, lift your chest up. Exhale, sink your chest to the floor. So you're not going to go all the way. Inhale, lift. So your trunk is moving up and down, right? It's good. Top of your feet on the floor. Next long. One more. And then go down to the floor. And then extend your arms out to your side, turn your palms away, and inhale, lift, chest, arm, leg. Exhale to the floor slightly. Locust pose, inhale, lift. Exhale. This one target the back muscle most. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Last one. And then go down, stack the hands, rest your foreheads on them, and breathe. And let go. Let go of your jaw. Let go of your shoulder. Allow your body to sink deeply. Let go of your breath. And let's try Cobra. your hands, you have to find that placement yourself that allow your shoulder blade to move up and back and together. Okay, top of your feet on the floor. And you are either going to do low cobra, mid cobra, it's so many places, or you can do high cobra, right? Remember, your job is to keep your shoulder blades drawing in toward your back. Know that if you keep your shoulder blade there and you start to adding height and you fight with the tightness of your pec major too much, your lower back will take the fight and it's not going to be happy. So careful, core is in, love your lower back a lot, okay? You need more room, arms wider, it's okay. As long as it allows your heart to open, you're good. Exhale, go toward the floor, stack the hands. How about we get the feet up toward the sky, you bend your knee and you windshield wiper your legs this way. And carefully come to stop, bring your legs down, and we stay here, breathing, observing, accepting. Carefully come up onto your hands and knees. Please have your block kind of handy because we're going to use them in Warrior 3. And put the blanket on your knees if you have to. I need to stretch your hip flexor, which we are not get a chance to do that yet. So we're going to do it right here. Right leg forward. Tuck your left toes under. The best place is on your feet. Can you imagine that? Tuck. So you're on the ball, your left leg, hug your thighs in, come upright with your body. Okay? Balance can be challenged. Be careful. Hug your thighs in, engage your core. Exhale, work both legs. Kick your leg kind of away from one another. So the front leg, when you kick it, which means you bend your knee. And inhale, heart lift. Next. Open, exhale, legs long, inhale, spine grow, shoulder blades onto your back. Okay. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side. We're going to go toward the floor, find those blocks, and then we're going to move forward. Launch from your left leg into your right leg and have your weight on your right leg. Lift your left leg off from the floor. Square the hip. Heart lift. Left leg long. Warrior 3 here. Breathe. And then bend your right knee. We're not going to be in this pose too long. And land your left leg back behind you. Once again, do it 90 degrees with the long side edge of the mat. And you have your right forearms on the thighs. You come upright to Warrior 2. Inhale, lift the heart high. Exhale, grow your leg long and extend side angle. So right forearms go to the thighs. So your body diagonal to the right. Okay. You can have your forearms on the thigh. This can be too much for some of you if you're not that open yet. You can kind of float in the air. It's a little bit with your right knees bent. Okay. You don't need to push into your leg for too strong, and you just diagonal like that. But this is going to use a lot of legs, muscles. Or you can go deeper, okay, onto the thighs, or you can go deeper, go toward the floor. And exhale, turn your chest forward into the floor. Runner stretch one more time. Left knee down, right leg straight, square the hip, exhale back.
See how deep can your muscle allow you to go into it. Inhale, move up and away from the floor. Drag your right foot in. Have your foot on the floor. We're going to go forward once again. This time we are going to cross the left leg behind the right leg. And have both feet on the floor. Okay. Cross leg Uttanasana. Hug your chins in, hips go up, chest is go low. Remember to be strong on the big toe side edge of your feet. Once again, how low can your body go down? It depends on how tight now the lateral sides of your legs and your hips are. And you go as low as you can go. One breath at a time. Once again, dance with your breath. Just know that you are not less or more just because you can stretch deeper or less, okay? It's just the muscle tight. Don't identify who you are because of the muscle. It doesn't. It's not good. Inhale, lengthen your spine up and away from the leg and bend the knee. Step your left leg back. Pivot all the way to the back of the mat. Get your right knees on the floor. We rest in child's pose for a little bit. So step your left leg back. Rest in child's pose or drink some water. Oh, what time is it? Don't tell me you have to say bye-bye now. I'm not leaving you yet. Make sure you have those blocks with you, okay? Because warrior 3, we need them. And here we go. Come up onto your hands and knees and get your left leg forward. Tuck your right toes under. Get your right knees off from the floor. Am I right? Yeah. Hug your thighs in and come upright with the body. Remember this. High lunge, working with the breath is the best thing you can do for your muscle. So exhale, work the legs. Inhale, work the spine, the neck, the heart. I don't mind where your arms landed. Once again, that opening of your heart is more of what I am looking for you to open. Rib is in, heart is open, arms are yours. Breathe. Next exhale, bring your hands down to the block. Move your weight forward toward your left leg, launch into it. Get your right leg off on the floor. Walk your hands forward, square the hip, core in, elongate the spine. Breathe. Neck nice and long. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Relax your jaw. Breathe through what's happening right now. Bend your left knee, walk your hands in, land your right leg back. 90 degrees with that long side edge of the mat. Get your body off from the floor. Check your foundation first. And your warrior 2 is here. Remember your ribs is in. Don't do this pose and you fan your body forward like that. It's just not good with your lower back. Ribs is in, heart is up, okay? And then diagonal your body to the left this time. Extend side angle pose. You go exhale, diagonal deeper, right? Inhale, move away from that.
Exhale, go in, strong legs, strong leg. Couple more breaths. Rest when you need to. Did I say that? Too late. And then exhale, go toward the floor. Take child's pose, please. Oh, no. I think we have to do runner stretch first. Sorry, everybody. Square the hip, hug the thigh, elongate the spine, and here we go. Bow down. Inhale, move away from the left leg. Exhale, move into the left leg. Relax your jaw, keep breathing. Carefully inhale, move up and away from the leg. Drag your left foot in, have your left foot down. Once again, we go forward, come off from your right knee, cross your right knee behind your left leg. Remember, if you need height, use your blocks wisely. Yeah, if you're really tight, I think you have 4 blocks, it will be much, much better. But it's gonna be a lot of moving blocks. However, it's worth take good care of yourself. Like many of you are trying to go toward the floor so fast, so quickly that your hamstring or your lateral sides of the legs are not ready for that yet, and your lower back take the toll. We don't want that, okay? Your lower back will get hit so badly, and that is your spine. It's the center of everything, of your leg and your arms. You don't want to hurt your spines. And carefully move away from cross-leg Uttanasana to your child's pose, please. Or drink more water. Breathe and observe. Remember to let go with your exhale. Flow with it. Don't go against it. I know it's not easy for some of you to really stretch yourself, strengthening yourself. But love yourself enough to not judge and just keep moving. Keep moving with your breath. Keep moving with your day. I'm going to ask you to come up onto your feet. So please go there carefully. If you have the wall nearby and you know that you need that for balance, that's even better. I would love you to go there. Or you can watch me first if you put me some places that you cannot go to the wall and be able to see me. So the first one that we're going to do 2 poses. One is the figure 4. So we get into the hip rotator stretch, okay? So your right ankle, I'm going to show you, above your left knee, and you sit down. And when you sit down, you sit back, okay? Send your hips back, and then you diagonal your body forward. Square that right shin the best you can. Just know that the more you go toward the floor, the more you're sending that chest toward that right leg, the more you are going to stretch your hip rotator. So here we go. Find your spot. If you are able to balance, without having to have help, please enjoy that. And once again, when you challenge yourself greatly, and you start to build the tension, you may go too far, which means that you ask your body too fast, too quickly. So don't go there. Like, go gradually. Keep breathing. You can even, if you balance and you can go deeper, you can actually put the hands on the block and make the block lower. Yeah. Give me one more breath. And carefully come off from the floor, right? Up and away from the floor, and you go to the other side. When you place your left ankle above your right knee, the ankle itself should not be on the legs, okay? It should be free, so go out far to the side enough. Here we go. I'm just gonna be high so you can see. This is a good place to get your hip back a lot. No tension on your neck and your shoulders, and carefully come up standing. Check any part of your body if you like, or you just stand still. Also, if it feels better, to kind of collect your energy. Just remember that you are unique and different, and you have to serve yourself what feels right to you. I can only suggest, don't copy me and forget to check in with your body, okay? And let's do tree pose Vriksasana. Balance on your left leg, turn your right leg in, out, in, and then you hug your legs toward one another. Both feet on the floor is the first step. And then the challenge of getting your right leg off from the floor, it really depends on your body as well. You can press into the shin, you can press into the thigh, bypass the knee, you can go all the way to the groin, the heel, get into your left groin, you hug your legs in toward one another. Here we go. And find the balance. Now, just to make it a little bit more challenge, why don't we try to do breath of fire while you're standing in the tree pose. Breath of fire is to kind of blow your nose, and you do it fast as you feel comfortable. While your bellies go in, let's switch leg, please. Tree pose. I'm going to go back to the first side once again. Hug the legs in, elongate the spine, hips stay back, and you breath of fire. Remember, when you exhale out, your belly go in, and let the inhale happening on itself. Here we go. Exhale. Inhale fully. Exhale, let it go. And then come out from the pose. How about that? Swing the body side to side. Wow. That is something I have to say. Back to the first side, please. Balance on your left leg. Turn your right foot out. Turn your right knees out. Find your warrior tree pose. Right, you can be right there. You can find your arms wherever you like. And here we go. Breath of fire. Exhale. Inhale deep. And exhale while you let go of the breath. You let go of the pose wisely, mindfully. Shake your wrist, shake your ankle. Swing your body side to side. You can have your arms, straight. I kind of choose to bend my elbow because of my receivers right here. I don't want to accidentally hit it. Yeah. Circle your shoulder up and back. And other direction, forward. Just checking my plants and looking up like the plants look good. I have a lot of plants in the house this year. Too bad it just takes me forever to know that I can have a lot of plants in the house. And go down to the floor. And I have to say the quality of the air in the house in the winter, big difference. Big difference. Come down to the ground. Okay. Knee toward the chest. Rock side to side. And drop your knees to the right. You can have your right hand on your right leg if you feel like you cannot go to the floor. So all the way to the floor, you can put the block underneath the knee, between the knees. You see what feels good. You can put even a blanket and support your lower back as well. There's a lot of ways to do twisting and feel comfortable. Yeah. Yeah, that feels good. And breathe. Soften your jaw, your eyes. You don't need props, you don't need to use them. Just let the gravity also sink you deep down into the earth beneath you. You move the bottom lip away from the top. You feel like your mouth open gently. Tongue rest on the bottom of your jaw. One more breath. Inhale, come back up center. Exhale to the other side, please. And one more breath. You come up center. You're dangling your legs up toward the ceiling. You can put the block on your sacrum. Lift your hips up. You don't really need to do that.
And just lift your legs up with no block underneath it. It's also a good option. And even a good thing to do if you go against the wall and just let your legs rest on the wall, right? When you close the eyes, take your focus away from the outside world into your inner space. And observe yourself exchange the energy with your breathing. Expand gradually when you inhale, when you receive and you're taking the energy in. You allow your day, your journey, your life to come in to your existence. And as you exhale, you let it go. Let your shoulders go, your jaw, your neck. When the time that you can rest, you let go of your responsibilities. You kind of put them on the shelf for now. You don't take them with you. Shavasana.